Good morning, everyone. Today is April the 1st, 2022. My name is James Mason, and this is StockCast. So, man, what a day we had yesterday. If you watched the show, ticker LGVN, that thing went wild. I made killer money on it. I hope everybody else did as well, but let's go ahead and we'll talk about that here in a moment, but let's go ahead and get into it. So, to start with, the Dow Futures are currently up 106 points. S&P 500 is up 10.5 points. And at the moment, we are looking decently bullish for today. This is actually in the range that I like to see the market in if I'm going to trade bullishly in terms of day trades. So, we all know that everything can change at a moment's notice. Just keep that in mind. So, let me go ahead and read off some notable information for y'all. All right. So notable open interest changes for April the 1st. So Thursday's total option volume of 36 million contracts resulted in a net open interest growth of 3.95 million calls and 3.67 million puts. AMD, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and let's see, hold on. Okay, saw the greatest growth. Top 5 new positions opened included, this is ticker BILI, 31,000 contracts. These are the July 22nd, $70 calls. 29,000 Wells Fargo calls. These are the April 22nd, $52 calls. Twitter had 20,000 April 29th weeklies. These are the $43 calls. And Apple had 16,000 April 8th weeklies. These are the 180 calls. And, well, just AT&T. And no one really gives a shit about AT&T because it doesn't do much. So, for those who trade options and care about open interest, hopefully that helps y'all out right there. But let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all. Ticker LGVN. So we spoke about it on the show yesterday, and I gave y'all the ranges. I mean, yesterday I was caught up in a meeting, so I had to come in and knock this one out quickly. And I couldn't ask for a better ticker. As far as I know, a lot of people made a lot of money on this, or at least a decent amount. Hopefully nobody was caught shorting it, because there were people who were caught shorting this bad boy, and it smoked them. So if you are shorting my trade and you get smoked, you deserve it. All right. So like I was saying yesterday about LGVN, they have a little over 5 million shares outstanding. They had, pretty decent news, but more so it was the amount of volume that was holding it up here pre-market. And just with that amount of volume and that low of a share structure, man, that's what happens here. And when people come into short and it's still holding up, it rips their face off. So this is the product of very low outstanding share structures and the company releasing a catalyst. And you couldn't ask for a better trade. Now, I mean, I did sit and grind this thing out all day yesterday. And don't get me wrong, like I did take a couple losses, but they were very well calculated and manageable. Like I took, I never went into the red. And without getting into my P&L, it was pretty good. So here we are, pre-market. I mean, we're currently breaking above yesterday's highs. Now, do I think it's going to keep going up? It's hard to honestly say. Now, if I'm just going to be realistic with everyone, No. But I could be 100% wrong. I mean, let's not forget that this only has a little over 5 million shares outstanding. And while the news was a solid catalyst yesterday, I just don't know if it's solid enough to make this thing keep running again. I mean, we might get a little bit more of a push here, a little bit more of a pop, but I was actually expecting yesterday for this thing to just keep pushing up and get halted. I expected it to get halted like right in this range. And especially like, when you have like this candle right here, 8.74% candles, 5-minute candles. I was so surprised that this thing did not, halt for us. I mean, it was volatile. Like, why it didn't, guess it just wasn't volatile enough to trip to circuit breakers on NASDAQ. But I was wanting it to halt, so the chances of it halting up would have probably been near 100% in my opinion. And if that would have happened, I believe that this would have just triggered this chain of events of people jumping in with FOMO and smoking everybody who was shorting it. And overall, I was actually I increased my target price up to 24.79. That's what I was expecting yesterday. So as for today, and I'm not sure if I'm going to trade this yet or not. I'm not even sure if I'm going to trade today because, I mean, this week already, like even excluding yesterday, I already had a great week. But add yesterday into it, had a freaking phenomenal week. And I mean, when you have a week like that, you don't have to trade every day. Even if you can, you don't have to trade every day. Because the last thing you want to do, and I've done this before, I'm speaking from experience here. The last thing you want to do is have a phenomenal week and have one day ruin all of it. Hell, I've had phenomenal months, and I had not necessarily one day, but January, for instance. And I spoke about this on here, but also TTBB members, they know all about it. January had a phenomenal month until the very end. I had 2 bad days that destroyed my entire P&L for the whole month and then some. It was the worst trading month I ever had, ever. So I'm glad that I am beyond that, and I'm, sitting well for the year right now. Now, like I was saying, chances are I probably won't even trade today, but y'all know me. Y'all know I'll be watching, and y'all know me, TTBB members. Y'all just might get that tweet saying I'm long in LGVN. I mean, just don't hold your breath on it, but don't be surprised. I always keep a watch on the market, and I'm always willing to capitalize on opportunity. But I don't have it planned at the moment, so we'll just see what happens. So right now, LGVN is looking weak. Let me check something really quickly. Okay. So there's both good and bad here so far this morning. I'll start with the good. So far, there's been almost 69,000 trades executed pre-market here in LGVN. I mean, that's great for the people who are long. But that volume right now is only 8.8 million shares traded. So this is most definitely retail traders coming in here, trading this. And let me see where my phone is so I can do the quick math. I need to get a breakdown. Hold on a second. All right. This is most definitely retail traders. So if you do the math on that, I rounded it up to, for the volume, 8.9 million shares traded so far, with the amount of trades divided by that. And on average, there's only 129 shares being taken. This is all retail traders right here for the most part. So when retail traders get in control, shit gets out of control if you're long. And that's usually when you see pullbacks, because the big guys, they're already in this thing, or just any stock in general. The big guys are already in it, and they're waiting to dump, and they're waiting to short. And that's just the name of the game, to make retail hold the bags. So for all the people who were jumping in today because for whatever reason they weren't watching the market yesterday, or even the after hours scanners, or maybe they probably actually caught the after hours scanner stuff pre-market this morning. For all those people, this might get rough. Hopefully I'm wrong here and this thing squeezes up and skyrockets and goes way up into the 20s, but I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of trades that have executed in pre-market, and not really so much volume ratio wise in terms of, amount of trades taken versus actual volume, whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see LGVN make a pop out the gates and then just, I don't know if it's going to get smoked, but it might end up being a fader. I don't know. It's still early to tell. We still got 15 minutes until bell, roughly, and we'll just have to see. So if you're just now trying to jump in, I honestly, I wish you the best. I hope it works out for you. From a technical analysis standpoint, it's not looking good at the moment of me talking about this. Hopefully there won't be any geniuses who come in later if this would skyrocket and be like, oh, look what I done, with their hindsight. But anyways, so LGVN, I hope y'all capitalize on that. And let's take a quick look at the comments. Let's see. So good morning, everyone. S. John, you are the man. Appreciate it. Let's see. Giovanni, what's your average in LGVN? I thought about swinging it. I had a position. I actually took a loss after hours here. I mean, I had nice ass profits when it hit up here, but I was just trying to hold on for more, be greedy. And then when it started pulling back, I let all the profit go, and then actually took like a $200 or $300 loss, which, I mean, I'm okay with. I was letting it have a chance to just keep running, but it is what it is. I didn't want to have to stress over it. Let's see. Oh, Jason, very nice. LGVN average 1110. Very nice. See, Devin, you are most certainly welcome. I'm just reading comments, guys. Let's see. It would be cool if LGVN really squeezed up. I mean, like I said, it does only have a little over 5 million shares. Like, this thing really could push up, and it could create a black swan. We just need it to halt up. That's the thing. We need it to start halting. And if it starts to halt, that's when it becomes a game changer. Mason Martin, my man, with your $9 average on LGVN. I love that. That's awesome. Giovanni, you swung it and said, I've been stressing. Jolly Roger, phenomenal average. S. John, for real. I'm gonna marquee this. POAI needs to do this. They need to get off their asses. I still fully believe it's gonna be a buyout. And that's just me doing research. You know, with all the people in play here for predictive, that's just my personal opinion. All right, so let's see. You know what? Let's take a let's take a look at Virgin Galactic, SPCE. So in terms of like long-term holds, Virgin Galactic is one of my favorite. A lot of people mistake them for being, I don't know, like a space tourism company. And that's so far from the truth. They're a tech company. They're just like Tesla. Tesla is not a vehicle manufacturing company, even though they manufacture vehicles. Tesla is a tech company. I mean, you could also say that Tesla is a lot of other things, but like to simplify it, Tesla is a tech company, and so is Virgin Galactic. If you look into the executives for Virgin Galactic, I mean, you can see some of the talent as long as they retain them. You can see some of the talent and kind of get an understanding, or at least I feel like I get an understanding of where they're trying to go with this long term. And while they would be sending people up to space for tourism, the technology that they're creating is what really gives them the value. So I've said this before, like Virgin Galactic is probably in my opinion, like a 5-year hold. And like I remember when Tesla was down in these ranges and everybody talked crap about Tesla, how it would never make it, how it would never do this or that. And now everybody just wants to talk about Tesla. That's all they talk about. I feel that one day the market will treat Virgin Galactic the same way. So long term, I'll always be bullish on Virgin Galactic. Looking at this daily chart, I actually do like this setup, but the only thing that I don't like is this first little approach to that 86 EMA after this long downtrend. We might get a little resistance if it pops up, but hopefully it would continue through. Let's see. Yeah, so let me draw this resistance right here. So if we look way back here in October of 2019, we can see this resistance at the top of these candlesticks right here. Now let me back out. All right, so we can see how it performed once it broke down. And what do we have right there at that resistance? That 86 EMA and that 100 EMA. So we might pop up here, get that resistance, and it might pull back. And then if it does do that, I already have a position here anyways. But if it does do that, I'll really be looking for that second push up if that happens. Now, if it would just shoot through this and keep running, I'm cool with it. No big deal. But that's what I'm kind of looking for right here in Virgin Galactic. This is ticker SPCE. And really that break above 1313 is, in my opinion, where it's going to be at. Now, as for stop loss, I don't have a stop loss on Virgin Galactic because it's a long-term hold for me. I honestly would like to see it just crap the bed and like get down to like $2 to $3 a share. I'd freaking love that, actually. As for everybody else being long in it who has a significantly high PPS value, well, you know what? Life ain't fair. I'm sorry. But all right, guys. Hold on a second. Let's see what y'all are talking about in John Hastings. I could not agree with you more, my man. Could not agree with you more. That's aggravating. For real aggravating. I don't want to harp on it though, but all right, everybody. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's Friday. Damn, did LGVN already move up that quickly? Man, it sure is. Just be careful, guys. Hey, have that stop loss in place. It's okay to take profits. If you were in yesterday, you have a pretty damn good profit right now. It's okay to take profits, even if this damn thing would go up to $100 damn. I know in your mind you would feel like you hate yourself over it, but think of how many times you would expect that to happen, and it doesn't happen, and you take a loss. So I'm obviously not giving you financial advice here. I'm just saying that it's okay to be a winner and take a profit. All right. So, man, congratulations on selling at 1630. Beautiful trade. All right, everybody. So, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Remember, it's Friday. You don't know what can happen in this market over the weekend. I mean, it's not like we have stable people controlling the world right now. Not like we ever have. But they can mess shit up for you. That's what I'm saying. Especially if you have contracts. So, with that being said, everybody remember, trade safe, trade smart, and I'll see y'all in the next one.